Hi friends, welcome to the study of Indus river system. We will be studying first Indus, Ganga and then the Brahmaputra river. That means we are going to start our topics with the study of the Himalayan river system. And in the Himalayan river system, the most easiest to remember is the Indus river system. Again, telling you what is important here, we will be covering the Indus river system in a holistic manner in the terms that, though I have drawn here the map of India which is not looking like the map of India, but I want you to adjust because anyways, this is just for you to understand because I am going to ask you one question based on the dotted lines. What are these dotted lines? These dotted lines is the map of India here. So this Indus river system is the one of the most important river system of the Indian subcontinent, and Indus river is one of the largest and the longest river in the world. But when we will see in the end of the river system, when we compare the different rivers of India, we say Ganga ke baad there is the second biggest river is Godavari. The question I want to ask is, why? Is Godavari bigger than Indus? No. Remember, the Indus river system, though it is a part of Indian river system here in the northern state of Jammu Kashmir and to some extent the state of Punjab, where the Punjab plains are made by this river system. But remember, again, the majority of the river system, Indus river, is an international river. It rises in the Tibet, enters India, and then again flows into the Pakistan river. So the most important river here is out of the Indus river system, the most important river is the river Indus itself. And our name of our country, Hindustan, though the word has been derived from the land which lies behind after the Indus river, the land which lies beyond the Indus river. Indus was Sindhu river for the Greeks. They could not pronounce it as a Hindu, so Sindhu, and then it became Hindustan. So it was known as a Sindhu river. The older name of Indus is Sindhu river. Now the first thing, in any river system, here I am telling you one very important thing. In any river system, if this is a direction of a flow of a river, see the direction of an arrow. If this is the direction of a flow of a river, there will be some of the tributaries of a river which will join from the either sides. One tributary may be joining the river from one side, the other tributary may be joining the river from the other side. Now such tributaries, when we say, they can be classified as right bank tributaries, those are on the right side of a river, or the left bank tributaries, those are on the left hand side of a river. Now exactly what are this right and left bank tributaries? Now see, the direction of the river is this way. So I am facing in this direction. Now this is my left hand, this is my right hand. I am a right hander. I am writing with this hand. This is my right hand, this is the left hand. So the tributary here becomes a right bank tributary, while the tributary here becomes a left bank tributary. On the other hand, if the same river now turns its direction and it is flowing in this direction, then which direction should I face? I shall face in this direction. Which is the left hand? Left hand. Mirror image? Right hand. So this becomes a right bank tributary and this becomes a left bank tributary. Left bank and right bank. The most difficult question in the river system can be not exactly what are the tributaries, but if UPSC, like earlier years, start asking you what is a right bank tributary and what is a left bank tributary, or which one is the right bank tributary, which one is the left bank tributary. So that is why the map, the graphical representation is so important. And because anyways, by this graphical representation, you are engaging the three senses. You are engaging your visual sense, you are engaging your mental sense, you are engaging, and that is why I say draw the map and open the atlas also. So you are doing the better, deeper the level of processing, better it goes into the long-term memory. If your level of processing is superficial, that is you are only reading it, then you are engaging only one sense of one organ, that is eye. But if you are reading, memorizing, drawing, visualizing, then you are engaging better organs of senses, and therefore there is a deeper level of processing, and the deeper the level of processing, the better the thing goes in your long-term memory. The long-term memory will never let you down in the examination. Your short-term memory may let you down in the examination. Thereby lies the importance of revision. Again, revising again and again the smaller things goes into your long-term memory. There lies the importance of writing practice for your mains examination. The things go in your long-term memory and you can reproduce them in the examination. Now first we'll start with river Indus. See how I draw the river Indus. The factual data is not that important. So the river Indus originates from the glacier near the Mansarovar Rakas lake. It originates from a glacier of the Kailas range. It originates from the glacier of an Kailas range in the Mansarovar Rakas lake region. After originating from a glacier here, the river Indus flows towards India. After flowing towards India, it cuts a deep gorge here and then enters India. After entering India, you can say after entering India, it flows between the Ladakh and the Zaskar ranges. And then it goes this way. And suddenly near the Nanga Parvat, because of the syntaxial bend here, suddenly near the Nanga Parvat mountain, because of the syntaxial bend here, it bends southwards. It suddenly bends southwards to enter Pakistan region. So this is the most important river, and this river is known as Indus. You are concerned with only Indian part. Now what are the important tributaries of Indus? There are some of the tributaries of Indus which join in the higher reaches of the Himalayas. They originate from the Karakoram range. They may originate from the Hindu Kush mountains, or they may originate from the Zaskar, the greater Himalayas, Pir Panjal ranges, etc. Now the major tributaries of Indus, we know that I had given you how to remember the major tributaries in June. Cars run bit slow. In June, car runs bit slow. This was the line I had given you from north to south. So it is Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Satluj. Sorry for the... Now after the Indus, but these are not the only tributaries of Indus. One of the important tributary of river Indus is river Shok. River Shok originates from near the Karakoram ranges. The river Shok originates from near the Karakoram ranges. It goes and then joins river Indus. This blue color line is river Shok. If you remember the Shok, river Shok, key important tributary is river Nubra. River Nubra originates from the Karakoram glacier region. The river Nubra flows in the Siachen glacier. It joins river Shok then joins river Indus. So river Indus, one of the important Himalayan tributary is river Shok. The important town here which is located on the river Indus is Leh. Leh is the capital of Leh, and Ladakh region is river Leh. After river Shok, the other important tributary is river Gilgit. The other important tributary is river Gilgit. Then there are some of the other also important tributaries. The tributaries are river Kargil, river Dras, river Kabul. The Kabul river originates in the Hindu Kush mountains and joins river Indus. It originates in the Hindu Kush mountains and joins river Indus. But from the Indian geography point of view, it is not that important river. So where does the river originates? River Indus originates or I will draw a table here. River and origin. So the first river is Indus. It originates from the glacier of Kailash ranges. It originates from the glacier of an Kailash range. So what is the important tributary of river Indus here? River Shok. Now tell me whether the river Shok is a right bank tributary or a left bank tributary using the idea which I have shown. What is the direction of flow of river Indus? It is flowing in this direction. So river Shok becomes a right hand tributary. River Shok, which originates in the Siachen glacier region, is an important tributary of river Indus in this region. In the higher reaches, river Indus is known as Singhi Kamban. In the higher ranges, river Indus is known as Singhi Kamban. It is known as Singhi Kamban. The name of river Indus is here Singhi Kamban. Singhi Kamban means lion's mouth. So the question which UPSC had asked once is, in which state is the Singhi Kamban festival celebrated? They did not ask a direct question that what is the name of river Indus here. They had asked an indirect question that the Singhi Kamban festival is celebrated in which state? Now what is the state? This is the time when your deep studies will help. If you know the Singhi Kamban is the name of river Indus, obviously such a festival will be celebrated in the area jahan se river Indus is passing, not in the state of Maharashtra, neither in the state of Gujarat, neither in the state of Andhra Pradesh, but obviously in this state. What is this state? The state is Jammu and Kashmir. So Singhi Kamban festival is celebrated in the Jammu Kashmir region. The Singhi Kamban festival is celebrated in the Jammu Kashmir region. After that, river Indus, because of the syntaxial bend in the Himalayas, it takes sudden southward turns. Why it is taking sudden southward turn? From the mountain of Nanga Parvat, south of Nanga Parvat, because of the syntaxial bend of the Himalayas. Two things you have to remember. What is the name of river Indus here? Singhi Kamban. Singhi Kamban means mouth of lion. Where does it originate? It originates from the glacier of the Kailash range. The third thing you have to remember is it flows between which two mountains? Between Karakoram or Ladakh, or between Ladakh and Zanskar. So you can see here it flows between the Ladakh and the Zanskar ranges. In fact, one more map based question here you can answer. The mountain ranges from north to south. They are Karakoram, Ladakh, Zanskar, Great Himalayas, Pir Panjal and the Dhauladhar ranges. What is the important about river Indus is not the tributaries like river Shok, etc. The most important tributaries of river Indus are Panjad. The Panjad means 5 rivers which make Punjab. And what are these 5 rivers? June, Jhelum, Kars, Chenab, Ran, Ravi, Bit, Bias and S, Satluj. And these are the important rivers which we are going to do in detail. So these are the important rivers which we are going to do in detail. Now what comes in Indus? June means Jhelum. Now what is a Jhelum? Where does it Jhelum? Jhelum river originates near the spring at Verinag. Originates from spring at Verinag. It originates from the spring at Verinag, near the foothills of the Pir Panjal ranges. Now, after originating from the spring at Verinag near the foothills of the Pir Panjal ranges, we can say that I have made a bit mistake here. River Jhelum flows through this and then forms a boundary between India and Pakistan and then enters Pakistan. Between the Pir Panjal and the Zaskar ranges, which valley is located? Your previous question. Between there is an valley of Kashmir is located, and therefore the important town which is located here is Srinagar. River Jhelum here flows through the famous lake, which is an oxbow lake in India, and the lake here is Wular Lake. The lake here is Wular Lake. On the river Indus here, on the river Jhelum here, on the important tributary of river Jhelum, the important tributary of river Jhelum in this range is Kishan Ganga river. Is river Kishan Ganga. Is river Kishan Ganga. And on this river Kishan, on the river Kishan Ganga here, there is a famous Kishan Ganga hydroelectric power project located, which is a disputed project between India and Pakistan. So it is located on the river Kishan Ganga. I will do that in the next lecture, the important hydroelectric projects on Indus river system. After Jhelum, what is the next river? The next river is Chenab. The Chenab originates as two head streams. One head stream is known as, I will use blue color to show you the Chenab river system. It originates as two rivers. One is known as Chandra, the other is known as Bhaga. Then after that it goes and flows into Pakistan. So this is the river Chenab. River Chenab. So river Chenab is formed by two head streams. It is formed by two head streams. Chandra. One is river Chandra, R stands for river, and the other is river Bhaga. Or the combined river is known as a river Chandrabhaga. They originate in the Himachal Pradesh region. They originate in the state of Himachal Pradesh as the two head streams of Chandra and Bhaga. It flows through the Jammu and Kashmir and then enters the Pakistan region. Then is the river Ravi. River Ravi originates from the Kullu hills. It drains and it flows between. So here I am showing river Ravi. River Ravi originates from the Kullu hills. It drains an area between the Dhauladhar and Pir Panjal ranges and then flows here and goes into Punjab. On river Ravi, the important city in Pakistan, Lahore, is located on river Ravi. It rises near the Rohtang Pass region. Many of you must have gone to the Rohtang Pass region. Remember, river Ravi originates near Rohtang Pass region. This is river Ravi. It originates near the Rohtang Pass region. In the southern end of Rohtang Pass region. The famous Chamba Valley of Himachal Pradesh is located on the river Ravi. Chamba Valley in Himachal Pradesh is located on river Ravi. Famous Chamba Valley is located on river Ravi. Now let me do another river. That is again a very small river. River Bias originates again near the Rohtang Pass region, cuts through the Dhauladhar ranges and enters Himachal Pradesh, where the famous Pong Dam is located, and after that it meets Satluj in India itself. So the river, I'll rub this so that I can extend this. River Ravi near Rohtang Pass in an area which is known as Kulu Hills. Shimla, Kulu, Manali we say. So River Ravi, you remember Kulu Hills. Then River Bias, it originates from again near the Rohtang Pass region. It originates near the Rohtang Pass region from an area which is known as Bias Kund. Or we can say it originates on the southern end of a Rohtang Pass region. It originates on the southern end of a Rohtang Pass. In which state is the Rohtang Pass located? Kulu Hills. Which state is Kulu located? Himachal Pradesh. So Ravi originates in the Himachal Pradesh region. Chenab originates in the Himachal Pradesh region. Jhelum originates in the Jammu Kashmir region. Then Bias cuts through the Dhauladhar ranges. Here on the river Bias there is a famous dam in Himachal Pradesh which is known as a Pong Dam in Himachal Pradesh is located. Famous Pong Dam in the Himachal Pradesh is located. And after that, river Satluj. River Satluj, which is one of the bigger tributaries. River Satluj originates near the Rakas Lake. Near Rakas Lake. It originates very near to the source of river Indus. So if this is river Indus, I am taking it bit south, river Indus, and if this is the Mansarovar Rakas Lake region and the Kailas range region, river Satluj, which I will show by blue color, originates also near the Rakas Lake. It enters India after cutting a very deep gorge. And this deep gorge, when it enters this dotted boundary, is the boundary of India, is known as a Shipkila Pass. Is known as a Shipkila Pass. So river Satluj enters India through which pass? Through the Shipkila Pass. Then it enters the Himalayan state of Himachal Pradesh, and later on it enters the plains of Punjab. And in the plains of Punjab, then river Bias will meet river Satluj. On river Satluj is the famous Bhakra Nangal Dam located. Is the famous Bhakra Nangal Dam located. And then it will meet river Indus in the end. Then it will meet river Indus in the end. So on river Bias, this red color is river Bias. And this blue color is river Satluj. This blue color is river Satluj. I know that is one of the problems, that I cannot zoom this view. But if the facility is there in SuperProps, try to zoom this view or try to understand this. Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Satluj. I will do one thing. I will make river Ravi red and blue in color, so that there is no confusion on which is river Ravi. So this topmost is river Ravi here. River Bias has a location of Pong Dam, which I am shading black in color, in the state of Himachal Pradesh. River Satluj has famous Bhakra Nangal Dam. One of the highest dams in the world. When it was formed, it was the highest dam in India also. Now the Tehri Dam is the highest dam in India, the Bhakra Nangal Dam. Bhakra Nangal Dam is located in the Bilaspur district of Himachal Pradesh. It is located in the Bilaspur district of Himachal Pradesh. But remember, though it is located on the Bilaspur district of Himachal Pradesh, the Bhakra Nangal Dam is a joint venture between Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Himachal Pradesh is not involved in the Bhakra Nangal Dam. It is a joint venture between Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. It is a joint venture between the Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. The Bhakra Nangal Dam is a joint venture between Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Between the Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan region. The Bhakra Nangal Dam, though it is located in the Bilaspur district of Himachal Pradesh on river Satluj. So this entire system is known as a Indus river system. It originates in the Tibetan region. River Indus flows through India between Ladakh and Zaskar ranges, where Leh is the important town. It is known as Singhe Khamban, where therefore the Singhe Khamban festival. In the higher reaches, the important right bank tributary is river Shok, which originates in the Siachen Glacier region. The river which flows through the Siachen Glacier, that is river Nubra, is an important tributary, is a tributary of river Shok. River Shok ke baad river Gilgit and river Kabul. River Indus takes a sudden southward bends because of the syntaxial bend in the Himalayas. Then the other important river is river Jhelum. River Jhelum originates in the Pir Panjal ranges. The famous Srinagar or Kashmir Valley is located on river Jhelum. River Jhelum forms an oxbow lake, which is known as Wooler Lake, which is a freshwater lake in India. It originates from an area which is from the spring at Verinag. After that, we have the important tributary of river Jhelum is river Kishan Ganga. After that, we have river Chenab. It originates as two rivers. One is Chandra, one is Bhaga. These two rivers combine to form one river, that is river Chenab. Remember, Chandra-Bhaga river is river Chenab in this region. After that, it is river Ravi. Both river Ravi and river Chenab enters Pakistan. River Ravi Pe, the famous town of Lahore, is located. In India, the Chamba Valley is located in River Ravi. River Ravi originates in the state of Himachal Pradesh in the Rohtang Pass region. After that, it is River Bias. River Bias also originates in the Himachal Pradesh in the Rohtang Pass region. It enters near the Pong Dam in Himachal Pradesh. The Pong Dam or the Pong Reservoir in Himachal Pradesh is located on River Bias. Then lastly, River Satluj. Again, River Satluj originates in the Rakas Lake region. I will give you slides of all this, that where do they originate. It originates near the Rakas Lake region, R-A-K-A-S, Rakas Lake region. It enters India by cutting a deep gorge at a place known as a Shipkila Pass in the state of, we have done this pass in the state of Himachal Pradesh. So you have one UPSC question here, that the river Indus enters India through which pass? It enters India through Shipkila Pass. In which state? In Himachal Pradesh. Then when it makes a deep gorge at Naina Devi, it jumps from the higher altitude to a lower altitude, that is to the Punjab plains from the mountainous regions at a Naina Devi in the Bilaspur district, where the biggest dam, which was called by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru as a temple of modern India, that is the Bhakra Nangal Dam, is located. Bhakra Nangal Dam is a joint venture between Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Bhakra, why it is a joint venture? Because it supplies water even up to the Ganganagar district of Rajasthan. So, if I try to draw here India, then if this is the Bhakra Nangal Dam, it is a joint venture between Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Yahan pe you have a famous canal known as Indira Canal, which supplies the water of Bhakra Nangal Dam even to the desert regions of the Rajasthan. So it supplies water to the desert regions of the Rajasthan. Then these are the important tributaries. These 5 rivers are known as Panjad, that is the rivers of Punjab. I want to ask you some of the questions I am asking you, most important questions. Note down these questions and write them. Most of the questions in the examination won't go out of these questions which I am asking you. The first question which I am asking you is, these 5 rivers of Punjab, that is the Panjad, that is Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Satluj, are they left bank tributaries or right bank tributaries of River Indus? River Indus. What is this hand? Left hand. All the 5 rivers, these are, first point you note down is they are the left bank tributary of River Indus. These all are the left bank tributaries of River Indus. The second thing I want to ask you is, out of the 5 rivers, on which is the Kishanganga hydroelectric project located? On River Kishanganga. And Kishanganga is a tributary of which river? River Jhelum. On which river is the Srinagar Valley located or the Kashmir Valley located? River Jhelum. On which river Wular Lake is located? River Jhelum. Between which 2 mountains is the Srinagar Valley? Between Zaskar and the Pir Panjal mountain ranges. Third question which I want to ask you is, out of these rivers, which river originate in India and which river originate out of India, out of the Indus river system? Which rivers originate outside India and which river originate in India? Very simple. Where does the Indus river originate? In the Tibet region. Where does Jhelum originate? Jammu and Kashmir. That means India. Where does Chenab originate? From the Chandra and Bhaga, Himachal Pradesh. That means India. Himachal Pradesh. Where does river Ravi originates? Kullu Hills, India, Himachal Pradesh. Bias, India, Himachal Pradesh. And river Satluj originates again in the Tibet, that is China. So, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi and Bias originate in India, while Indus and Satluj, the first and the last river, originate outside India. Indus enters India, flows between Ladakh and Zanskar ranges. Satluj enters India through a pass which is known as a Shipkila Pass in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now, all these rivers are international rivers. Out of this river, there is only one river which flows only in India. It does not enter Pakistan. Which is this river? Indus. Does it enter Pakistan? Yes. Obviously, it does not flow in India. China, India, Pakistan. River Jhelum, India, forms a boundary between India and Pakistan. Can you see River Jhelum here? It is founding a boundary between India and Pakistan, then entering Pakistan. River Chenab, yes, it is entering the Pakistan region here. River Ravi, yes, it is entering the Pakistan here. River Bias, oh, is it crossing the dotted line? No. It is flowing only through India. That means the Bias is the only river out of this which flows only through India. So this is what you have to remember. Bias is the only river which flows entirely through India. Why entirely through India? Out of all this river, only Bias flows through India. Why not Satluj? Because Satluj again originates in Tibet, then enters India through Shipkila Pass, then again flows through Pakistan. Third question, Pong Dam or Pong Reservoir is located on what? Bias. Which state? Himachal Pradesh. Then Bhakra Nangal Dam is located in which state? Himachal Pradesh, Bilaspur district. But it is a joint venture between which two states? It is joint venture between Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Obviously, dam means there is a large reservoir created, large artificial lake created. Now, I am going to ask you, what is the name of reservoir created by Bhakra Nangal Dam? The name of a reservoir which is created by Bhakra Nangal Dam is Govind Sagar. Is Govind Sagar. Govind Sagar. Remember Guru Gobind Singh and Gobind Sagar. The name is Gobind Sagar here. So this entire river system is the Indus river system. We will revise this on the new technology in the next lecture. Till that time we meet again. Thank you very much.